When you think of The Little Mermaid, images of a vibrant underwater kingdom and a red-haired Ariel singing Part of Your World might come to mind. But the original story by Hans Christian Andersen, written in 1837, is nothing like the cheerful Disney classic. It's a tale of sacrifice, unrequited love, and immense pain. A story more about heartbreak than happily ever after. Let's take a deep dive into this dark and haunting version of The Little Mermaid. The story begins similarly to the Disney adaptation. A young mermaid lives in a magical underwater kingdom, longing to explore the human world. But in Andersen's version, she is never named, referred to simply as the Little Mermaid. This lack of identity is symbolic, as the story is less about her individuality and more about her quest for something greater than herself. Unlike the animated tale, Andersen's version introduces a unique motivation for the mermaid's fascination with humanity. It's not just a love story. Mermaids in Andersen's world do not have immortal souls. When they die, they turn into sea foam and cease to exist, whereas humans possess eternal souls that live on after death. The Little Mermaid's desire to become human stems from her yearning for a soul, a longing for something more profound than physical existence. This spiritual undertone makes Andersen's tale far more complex than a simple romance. When the Little Mermaid sees the handsome prince for the first time, her fascination with him is deeply tied to her dreams of gaining an eternal soul. She rescues him from a shipwreck and falls in love, but she knows their worlds are incompatible. To win his love and secure her place in the human world, she must make an unimaginable sacrifice. Enter the Sea Witch, a figure who is less villainous and more pragmatic in Andersen's version. She grants the Little Mermaid's wish to become human, but at a harrowing cost. In exchange for legs, the Little Mermaid must give up her voice. This isn't a mere magical spell. The Sea Witch cuts out her tongue, silencing her forever. Furthermore, every step the mermaid takes on her new legs will feel like walking on sharp knives, causing her excruciating pain. The Little Mermaid accepts the terms, driven by her love for the prince and her desire for a soul. This physical agony and sacrifice underscore a recurring theme in Andersen's work. The lengths to which individuals go to achieve their dreams, even at great personal cost. But here's where the story diverges sharply from the Disney version. Despite her transformation and silent devotion, the prince does not fall in love with the Little Mermaid. Instead, he sees her as a dear friend, someone who reminds him of the girl he believes saved him from drowning, a girl he intends to marry. The Little Mermaid's heart breaks as she realizes her love is unrequited. The story takes an even darker turn when the prince marries another woman, believing her to be his true savior. The Little Mermaid's sacrifices seem to have been in vain, leaving her trapped in a body that causes her constant pain, with no voice to express her sorrow and no hope of gaining the soul she so desperately sought. But Andersen's tale doesn't end there. The Sea Witch offers the Little Mermaid one final choice. If she kills the prince and lets his blood spill onto her feet, she will become a mermaid again and return to the sea. The Little Mermaid takes the dagger and approaches the sleeping prince, but she cannot bring herself to harm him. Her love for him is too pure, even in the face of her own despair. In a final act of selflessness, the Little Mermaid throws the dagger into the ocean and sacrifices herself, dissolving into sea foam. Yet this isn't the end of her story. Instead of ceasing to exist, she transforms into a daughter of the air, a spirit who earns an immortal soul through good deeds. This resolution, while bittersweet, emphasizes the story's moral themes. True salvation comes not through romantic love, but through selflessness and virtue. Scholars have long debated the deeper meanings behind Andersen's story. Some interpret it as a reflection of his own struggles with unrequited love. Andersen was believed to have been in love with Edvard Collin, a man who married someone else. The Little Mermaid's longing and sacrifice mirror Andersen's own experiences with unfulfilled affection and his feelings of being an outsider in a society that didn't understand him. The spiritual aspect of the tale also aligns with Andersen's deep religiosity. For him, the mermaid's journey was not just about love, but about transcending her earthly desires and achieving a higher purpose. The Little Mermaid's transformation into a daughter of the air can be seen as a metaphor for redemption and spiritual growth. The story's darker themes are a stark contrast to the bright, optimistic tone of Disney's 1989 adaptation. By omitting the tragic elements and focusing on a happy ending, Disney transformed The Little Mermaid into a tale of empowerment and perseverance. Ariel defies her father, wins the prince's love, and lives happily ever after. It's a story of triumph, but it lacks the moral complexity and emotional depth of Anderson's original. This sanitization of fairy tales is not unique to The Little Mermaid. Many classic stories were originally much darker than their modern adaptations. Anderson's tale serves as a reminder of the harsh realities of life, where not all sacrifices lead to reward, and not all love is reciprocated. These darker elements were meant to teach moral lessons and reflect the complexities of human existence. The Little Mermaid has also been interpreted through various cultural lenses over the years. Some view it as a feminist narrative, highlighting the sacrifices women make in a patriarchal society. Others see it as a cautionary tale about the dangers of losing one's voice, both literally and metaphorically, in the pursuit of love. The story's many layers make it a rich subject for analysis and reinterpretation. Modern retellings of The Little Mermaid have sought to reclaim the story's darker aspects. Films, books, and stage adaptations have explored the tale's themes of sacrifice and identity in new and thought-provoking ways. For example, some versions emphasize the mermaid's agency, portraying her as a strong and independent character who makes her own choices, even in the face of great personal cost. One fascinating aspect of The Little Mermaid's legacy is its influence on popular culture. The image of the mermaid has become a symbol of mystery, beauty, and transformation. From art and literature to fashion and media, the mermaid continues to captivate our imagination. But beneath the glittering surface lies a story that is far more complex and deeply human. So, why does The Little Mermaid's dark origin still resonate with us today? Perhaps it's because it speaks to universal truths about love, sacrifice, and the human condition. Anderson's tale reminds us that life is not always fair, but our choices and actions can still hold meaning. The Little Mermaid's journey is a testament to the power of selflessness and the enduring quest for something greater than oneself. Moreover, the story's emphasis on spiritual growth and the longing for an immortal soul sets it apart from many other fairy tales. While most stories focus on earthly rewards, The Little Mermaid explores what it means to seek something eternal and transcendent, even at great personal cost. This spiritual dimension adds a layer of complexity that continues to intrigue readers and scholars alike. The tragic beauty of Anderson's tale lies in its realism. The Little Mermaid's unrequited love and painful sacrifices reflect the bittersweet nature of real-life struggles. It's a story that resonates with anyone who has faced loss, rejection, or the challenge of finding purpose in a world that often feels indifferent. Anderson's work also challenges us to think about the nature of happiness. Is it found in achieving our desires, or is it found in the sacrifices we make for others? The Little Mermaid's journey suggests that true fulfillment comes not from getting what we want, but from the courage to make choices that reflect our deepest values. In the end, The Little Mermaid is more than just a fairy tale. It's a story about the human spirit and the lengths we go to for love, meaning, and redemption. By revisiting Anderson's original tale, we can uncover truths that are often hidden beneath the surface of more sanitized versions. What do you think about the true origins of The Little Mermaid? Does it change the way you see the story? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the dark truths behind classic tales, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, remember, even the brightest stories can have the darkest roots.